Well, thank you for joining me today. My name is Felix and welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'll be talking about what you have to do if you want to get a full registration with GMC. If you have not subscribed, please kindly subscribe and like my videos, and also leave any questions or comment that you have, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. So let's dive into it. Number one is your primary medical certificate. Yeah, this is where you make sure that you have your documents scanned, and GMC will want you to make sure that your final year exams is on the certificate. If it is not on the certificate, you have to let your university send GMC a letter confirming this particular date of your final year exams or assessment. Without that, you can't go ahead with the registration. 2. Evidence of internship or experience. For GMC to accept or recognize that you have completed an acceptable internship, you must have done at least 12 months of continuous medical practice in an approved training. I just want to emphasize that if you're doing 12 months of internship, it is a must to do 3 months in medical practice and 3 months in surgical practice as well. In total of 6 months within this 12 months of internship. That way you can also do 18 months. By doing 18 months, you have to make sure you do 6 months in medical practice and 6 months in surgery as well. Now, if you have a gap between the period of when you're doing this internship, you need to let GMC know what you were doing during this period, especially if it is more than 1 month, and let them know what you were doing during this period of time. Second thing about the internship is that you can complete your internship right after you finish your medical school, or you can do it before you graduate from medical school. Number 3 is demonstrate your knowledge of English. So if you have not done the IELTS or the OET, there's no way you can even start the registration. You need to finish the English exam. The English expires after 2 years. Before doing the registration, you will be asked to sit for the English exams again before you can do the full registration. 4, you need to confirm your passport. This one is something that is an identification you need to give to the GMC. When you are writing the exams, they will ask you to provide your ID or your identification. Certificate of good standing applies to those who have already been registered back home in their country where they are practicing as doctors. Now, when you come here and you're doing the registration, GMC will want you to bring a letter from your institution that you have no criminal background and you have good standings in regards to your practice. Number 6, activities in the last 5 years. So if you were doing your masters, if you were working, or you were doing any attachment after medical school in the last 5 years, you need an evidence from your employees. You need to show that you were in school, so you have to bring a degree or anything of that sort to prove that, in fact, during the last 5 years you've been very active, and without that you cannot go ahead. Number 7 is declare your fitness to practice. GMC will want to know if you don't have any restrictions at all when it comes to practicing in a renowned or in an approved institution here in the UK. Do that when you're doing the application. You need to indicate in the application that you have no restriction into practice in any institution or approved institution here in the UK. Number 8, you need to translate your document. This is very important. Those of you coming from a country where it's not in English, you need to translate all your documents in English before you can even submit your documents to GMC. I'll leave a link below so you can use that link to translate if you have not done it already, because it's very important to do that before you send your documents. Point number 9 is sending your documents, specific email address that you need to send your documents to. I'll leave that email below so you can get it and send your documents in case your application goes through or you're about to start your application. Number 10 is you want to know how much the cost is, so you prepare for it once you've done with the application. It depends on how long you've been out after medical school. If you've been long for more than 5 years, you pay from 500 to 600 pounds. If you graduated less than 5 years, you'll be asked to pay 250 to 400 pounds. So how long does it take for GMC to fully register you or to fully become a GMC member? It depends on your case handler and what document or information you send to GMC. GMC will only approve your license to practice here in the UK if your documents are genuine and you have submitted the right documents for them to be able to process it and give you your license to practice. The minimum time it can take is about 4 weeks. The maximum can take up to a year, especially if you don't give the necessary information they want. So before you even start the application, just find out exactly what you're supposed to do. Hopefully things will go well with you. Thank you for joining me today. Now see you again. Take care. Bye bye.